Hello everybody and welcome back to Fallout 76. So, I kind of wanted to give my thoughts, I have yet to. I want to give my thoughts on the legacy removal. Um, I think it's, I think it's great, right? They made it so they ruined the game. You would go to any of the boss fights and it's just terrible, you know? It was terrible. Because you would go to a boss event and the first time going to a boss event, right, it would ruin that first experience. Like my first experience fighting the Scorch Beast, I was level 11 and I was like, yo, I'm about to go. Like I thought that going to the Scorch Beast while level 11 was the craziest, most bizarre thing that you could do in the game, right? And I mean that's how it should be, right? Like going to a Scorch Beast at level 11, come on, like you should get absolutely like stomped. You should just get stomped, you know? And like I gotta turn the master volume down. Hold on, it is making it hard for me to talk. Way too loud. Turn that down by half. There we go. So I'm level 11, right? I'm thinking, oh, dude, I'm about to go to this Scorch Beast. It's gonna be crazy. Like it's gonna be so hard to survive. I'm gonna have to fight for my life out here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be fighting for my life. And I get there, man, and like I spawn in, and it's instantly killed. And you gotta think, you gotta also keep in mind, if you're new to the game, the things that were possible early games of Fallout 76, like doesn't have anything on what goes on now. Like the craziest thing you'll see now is legacies and like modded folders and stuff like that. And yeah, like those ruin the game, but oh my, people had two shot explosive Merv Fat Man. How does a Fat Man have explosive damage on it, right? That used to be in the game. That was in the game. And I spawned at the Scorch Beast Queen. Not even fun. Like, I didn't lose any health. Like, they don't make areas hard enough. You know what I mean? And I don't know whether that's because the legacies were there and the other players just dog walk the entire event for you, but it ruined it. Like, it ruined what I thought was going to be an insanely fun, an insanely fun experience. I thought that I was going to be the craziest person, but I saw other level 5s, level 10s, like everybody was there. You spawn in and you got the whole event just wiped clean. And I'm not the only one. Like there are people come to this game and like, dude, what is up with all these people and their explosive laser weapons, like wiping everything? The ads, you don't have a chance at getting a hit in barely to like level up. So I mean, like you can't even go there for a level up. And then the queen, it just gets dropped, you know? It's ridiculous. And so I'm extremely glad that they are removing him. It took them way too long. Like I'm not even gonna give props to Bethesda. Like they screwed up big time on this. Like they had the chance to remove this from day one. It's not like they just got access to some mystical device that finally is able to remove legacies, or the whole time they just couldn't come up with a way to properly remove the legacies from the game. Like, no, that's not how it is. They had the ability to remove legacies from day one, but they chose to keep their game in an unstable state. Like it was like they didn't care. It was like they were purposely trying to ruin their game. They were keeping weapons that were ruining the experience for the mass majority of the players. They were keeping them in the game. Like, you should not be giving props to Bethesda. This is something that should have been automatic. As soon as they realized that these weapons shouldn't be in the game and they're way too overpowered, they could have deleted them from people's accounts. But since they let it happen, players obviously started to want to make real money off of these because they're desired weapons. People want, oh, all of the regular weapons in the game are dog, so like I feel like the only way to make the game fair is to get a legacy for myself. But it was literally impossible to get a legacy in the game via like real trading, which I did, but like I'm one of like a trillion. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people bought legacies, which, if you did, like, that's your own fault. Like, it's a weapon that pretty much was like destined to be removed. Like, if I thought it was gonna get removed sooner. And if you willingly spent $100 or like $150, and I don't care if I make a lot of people mad here, like, it's a dumb ass thing to do. And if you did that, then that's your own fault. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, you think that $100 is worth on a video game, and now, like, I'm sorry that it happened, but, like, come on now, like, it's ridiculous. And so now Bethesda is gonna bringing even more hate to themselves, because they removed this weapon, and they let it sit there in the game for so long that other people were spending their money on it, and now you're ripping away money away from people. Like, you should have, I feel like you should have done it earlier. Yes, like, it's never too late for, like, the newer players and stuff like that, and they do want this to be like a live membership game, to where, like, from years to come, until the next one in, like, 2030, until the next fall game in, like, 2030. I don't even know where I'm going. Like, how do I get under there? Like, the next fall game is gonna be 2030, and this game is supposed to hold us over Fallout wise for, that whole time. It's supposed to hold us over for that whole time, and that's gonna, which, what that means is there's going to be waves of new players every single time a new update or something comes to the game, or there's gonna be, like, newer players or old players coming back that's pretty much are brand new because the game has changed so much. You know what I mean? Like, if I stopped playing when I first realized how bad it was, if I stopped playing then, and I came back now, I definitely would have no idea what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because the game is completely different. Like, storage is different, how much you can carry, a lot of the items are different. Like, they've been changed, nerfed, stuff like that. But there is absolutely no reason that they couldn't have just deleted it. You know what I mean? It's just, it shows immense laziness and lack of care for the community and the experience of the overall gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, they just didn't care enough about how the game played to put in the effort to delete it. And I don't understand why. Like, it kind of seems like after the whole Microsoft thing buying Bethesda, that's when things started, like, really, or when they because there's a new group working on Fallout 76. Like, the new Nuka-Cola update that's about to come out is actually it's actually, what's the word for it? It's made not by Bethesda. It's made by another studio, So that's pretty much what Fallout 76. Like, they're just assigning, like, the heart of their company to just random game developers, which is great. Like, that means there's more content coming. You know what I mean? Love it. Like, I'm not hating on content. I definitely like that, but it should have been removed a long time ago, and there's nothing else for me to say about that. Just, it's sad that it took so long, because a lot of people did think that they was just going to be in the game forever, because that's the vibe that you gave, Bethesda. You made us think that you didn't care that the items were in the game, because you just never addressed it. Okay? You made a lot of people think that the item was going to be permanent in the game, so they thought that they could spend the real money on it. And a lot of people lost money because of it. So, I mean, it's a shit show, and hopefully we can come back from it. We will. And if you bought legacies, like, it's partly your fault. You just gotta own up to it. You spent money. Oh well, you'll get that money back. You'll make it back. Just, move on with your life. It's just a game. $100. That's, you know what I mean. Use those legacies before it gets removed. Have fun with it, because you have, like, a couple weeks. So, yep. Peace out, guys.